When it comes to cancer, taking nothing away from anyone who has to go through this incredibly dreadful process, when it comes to breast cancer, it is one of the most prevented forms of the disease, but early detection is vital. And that's what makes, I think, this next campaign so special, and why church organizations, government, survivors and doctors alike have all come together to spread awareness.
We were there the day that 50 healthcare professionals gathered along with provincial government and NPOs for the Mammo drive to promote awareness amongst disadvantaged communities.
So with this being Women's Month, August, we really just felt like we wanted to serve our community, and with starting the View Health Centre, we've really realised that prevention is so much better than cure. And so in terms of breast health, it would be early detection that is so vital. So basically we want to educate the women of the community and we want to serve the community.
The event came about because this community is actually in need of preventive promotive activities. And as much as the Department of Health is doing its best to cover every area, there is a huge need on education, on sexual reproductive health, and women's health has been at the core of this church. And SALT, the organization which is based in the church, has been doing a lot over the years on women's health, assisting women who are underprivileged to at least help themselves. So when we came aboard as a Stellenbosch University, we wanted to see what are the health needs that we can come on board and assist with. And we cannot do the curative in a community, but we can do the preventive, which is a bigger part of it.
At the View Health Centre, patients from Dunoon learned about the signs of breast cancer. Medical students assisted with examinations, and 2 leading surgeons were there to assist with follow-ups.
Anybody who has any history of breast cancer in the family, remember you're susceptible to breast cancer yourself. It would be great that you go, apart from you checking yourself, you go and get checked in the hospital. Look at both breasts and see, check the skin, start with the skin observation. If there are any color changes, if there are any, there's anything different from the breast, you would know yourself. I encourage women to stand in front of the mirror and look at both breasts and see if they're symmetrical. You can look at it and see if there's a difference between one breast, and especially around the nipple area, it could be, one could be out of shape than the other. And if there's no skin changes, then you would actually just lift your hand above your head and try to see if you can, in circular motions, try to check if you can feel any breast lumps.
It's nerve-wracking when you're about to go in to be examined. I found that the staff and the volunteers were amazing. They were really patient and very helpful. The midwives themselves were super, they explained everything. I'm a type of person that asks a lot of questions, and they were only too happy to help and answer everything super clearly.
I think it's very important for people to actually get involved and get tested, because if it's detected early, your chances of survival are so much better.
To have a preventive event like this one, where people, especially women, mostly the poor women surrounding the area, could be able to be screened so that we could have a prompt treatment, because in most instances, when they eventually appear at the health service, present themselves at the health services, it's often too late. Yet you'll find that with the issue of detecting lump at an early stage, it could be better to be treated. So we really appreciate what the church, View Church, is doing together with the NPO SALT. As a government, it does need the whole of society. We are responsible for health services, but health is everyone's business. So we welcome any initiative that is being done outside outside our health facilities.
Each of the mothers, daughters and wives or grandmothers there on the day can now spread the word to countless others and help to beat cancer before it even gets a foot in the door.